I'm Quinn, and I want to tell you a story about being brave. But first, I have a question for you. Have you ever had to be brave? Maybe when you got hurt and needed to get help? If you've ever been afraid of anything, I know I have, then listen to this story. God's special people were the Israelites, and He gave them a beautiful land called Canaan. But they kept turning away from God and worshiping pretend gods instead of Him. Every time they turned away from God, their enemies would come and fight them and win. Then, when they turned back to God, He sent them leaders called judges to free them from their enemies. This story is about one of these judges, a man named Gideon. Most judges were brave, but Gideon wasn't. God knew He had to help Gideon be brave, so He sent an angel to Gideon. The angel told him that God wanted him to fight against their enemy who had taken their land and stolen their food. The angel called him mighty, but Gideon didn't feel mighty. He felt like God picked the wrong person to be a leader. So God promised to help in his battles. Gideon still didn't think he could do it, so he asked the angel to give him a sign that God would really be with him. God had the angel perform a miracle, and the angel burned up wet food by touching it with his stick. This made Gideon feel more brave, but he was still scared to fight the enemy. So he asked God for another sign. This time, God caused the morning dew to make Gideon's sheepskin wet, but the ground around it stayed dry. Gideon became braver than before, but he still wasn't brave enough to face his enemy. So he asked God for another sign. This time, God caused the sheepskin to stay dry, and the ground all around it became wet with dew. Gideon's bravery grew, and now he fully trusted that God would be with him. God used Gideon to lead his army to defeat their enemies, even though Gideon's army was much smaller. Gideon thought he was the wrong person for the job, but when he trusted God, God helped him to be brave. That's just like us. When we trust God, God helps us to be brave too. I hope you remember that the next time you're scared about something. I know I will. Bye!